Hello, welcome. I've made 3 songs this year, which is depressing. So I'm gonna open up Splice today, and I'm gonna scroll down to the trending sample packs, and I'm just gonna grab whatever the first one is. I don't know what this is. Let's have a listen. Okay, it's like TikTok hip hop trap music. It sounds terrible. I'm gonna get it, and while that's downloading, I'm gonna head over here where I made a wheel. I'm gonna spin this wheel to decide what genre I'm making with the sample pack I just downloaded. Well, okay, well, I'm not gonna make trap music with the trap sample pack. What am I supposed to title the video? I made trap music with a trap. Nobody cares. Let me just respin. Okay, alright, we're making dubstep. We're making dubstep with the TikTok trap sample pack. And I'm gonna give myself about 4 hours. I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens. Okay, these kinda suck. Synth bass. Okay, a bit of a Reese. Actually, some good snares. Just generally, I'm happy to have these snares. Actually, never mind. There's way too many of them. Okay, we call that percussion now, apparently. Why is that one called tubular? It's just a bell. Okay, let's get a reference track. I'm gonna drag in the song that I definitely just legally purchased and didn't just rip from Spotify. Apparently it's at 142 beats per minute. Okay, well that's dumb. I don't want to write at 142 beats per minute. I'm gonna write at 144. Take that. This one loops kind of weird, but I like how dark it is. Maybe we can make this work. Why does the sample say it's at 143 beats per minute, but when I dragged it into Ableton, it decided it was 148 based on the length of the sample. That's definitely at 148 beats per minute because it warped perfectly, but the sample itself is tagged as being at 143. Dude, sample packs are so bad nowadays. Like, this was just a bunch of blown out 808s and admittedly some decent trap drums, but they might, for all I know, they might just be ripped from other songs or other sample packs and being repackaged. And I spent money on it. I'm gonna also use a frequency shifter, and I'm gonna go like... How's that sound? That'll be cool. Make sure to take out some of that sub that's being introduced because of the frequency shift. Dude, the vocals of the reference track are absurd. I don't condone violence or robbery. Tell you what, I'm gonna probably do my own drums for this intro. The drums in the reference track are interesting because they're actually very minimal. A lot of like direction is placed on the vocals, which makes sense. I don't have vocals though, so I'm gonna eat up a lot of space with other stuff. And I'm gonna play into the trappier nature of the sample pack we have. You know what I'm gonna do to this melodic loop? I'm gonna make it sound weird and messed up before the sub comes in. I think it'll be more impactful. It's tough though because I'm not really able to add distortion, because if I add distortion, it's just gonna add frequencies into this loop that are going to then be taken away when we get to this part, so it'll actually remove the impact. Maybe I can do something with the clip warping. Ooh, I got a better idea. I'm gonna make it sound messed up when the sub hits. Watch this. I want to warp this sub a little bit. I want it to pitch, do a little, you know what I mean? A little, yeah, there's just a little, there's a bit of character to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semitones. Okay, I need a really, really small hat, like smaller than usual for hip hop. I want like just a click. This one's pretty small. Honestly, I'll give it to it. This is a pretty small hat, just for this hi-hat specifically. I'd really like this to be in the drum rack so I can write it with MIDI. I think that's pretty important when you're doing hip hop hats. Did I just crash Ableton by dragging a hi-hat sample into my drum rack? Yeah, I believe I just crashed Ableton by dragging a hi-hat sample into my drum rack. Okay. There's a cymbal section crashes. There's some pretty tiny crashes. Not much of a crash, more of like a tinkle. Cool, that's done. Okay, now I think I want to add some echoey percussion or synths or something just for more atmosphere on top of... Because right now we just have this one little bell loop or whatever this is. Maybe I can just stack another loop? I just gotta make it kind of weird. Oh, this'll work well. I'm just gonna, you know, pitch it up and delay it and make the tone not really matter so much. I'm gonna automate a delay to come on this last ride. What if I took this and reverse it? What does that sound like? And obviously we drown it in reverb because... atmosphere or whatever. Okay, that sounds pretty good. It's just a bit muddy is all, so let's pull out some of that. Oh, there we go. Just cut out all that mud and leave the, like, scream sound. That little whine. That's clean. Cool. And I'm just gonna get one more sample. I don't know what. I just want something else. Okay, it's probably worth remembering there are some actual uplifters down here. I gotta come back to those. Sure, how about guns? That's cool. Right, trap music, guns. I want some kind of blippy, dubsteppy noise happening every so often, every however many beats. So I've got to figure out how I want to make one of those. I think maybe from the FX I could probably get something out of Spaceship? Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to speed it up a whole lot. Sounds good. And then just put a delay on it and a chorus effect. A bit of junk in the low end I gotta get out. Just so it's this little blip here. How about that? That's a fun little blip. Well, that took about an hour and a half. So let's try to use the rest of the time making the dubstep part of the dubstep song. How does that sound? So I think the next step really should be to figure out how to make like a wonky Riddim type synth out of the sounds that I have. Honestly, this sound might be my best bet. Let's get a corpus on here. That's a pretty cool sound. We started with what again? Yeah, I feel like the sound's still intact. I didn't completely destroy it. Right? Now I just need that fat chunky underneath. So let me go to these 808 bass one-shots, which there are, by the way, way too many of. 1/2 of them just sound the exact same. That's fun. I like that. I'm just going to try to pull out some resonant little peaks out of here just so they really stick out on top of the sub. That sounds good. This is good because it's reinforcing the tonal element of the synth. I still want something on top that's higher frequency and just kind of lasery. Yeah, no, we can definitely do something with this. I just gotta figure out what it is. Dude, this sounds like sudden death now. How am I getting a sudden death noise out of this? It's funny because this sub is, you know, marked as being in C like all the other subs, but honestly, that's an A, brother. That's an A, which is exactly what I wanted. I really do want like a clean sub that kind of wobbles in between though. Again, the sample says it's in C, but it is absolutely not in C. Okay, I think that's a nice sub pattern. It is ridiculous that I've gone this long without putting drums in. So let's do, how about we start working on that, huh? I feel like something's missing, don't you? These are trap drums, but honestly, from what I heard, I think they're gonna work perfectly. These are really good drums for the genre that I'm doing. Let's see what key you are tuned to. A sharp. Okay, literally no one has ever made a song in A sharp in their life. This might be the best Riddim clap I've ever made. Conga? Oh! Oh, the conga hits just right. I don't know if that hit right for you guys, but that hit just perfect for me. Wow, you know what? Throwing the top rhythm in from the intro, honestly, adds like just the right amount of like extra tone and noise to what's happening. It's rhythmic, it's out of the way. Sounds very Star Wars-y, doesn't it? Like a Star Wars background noise for a droid or something that's passing by. There needs to be something else here too. We gotta fill this with something. I just don't know what yet. Yeah, I need more bass. I mean, for crying out loud, there's a trap sample pack that gave me like 100 blown out 808s. Let's use some. Maybe just pitch them up more? Yeah, how about the higher octave? That sounds good. And automate the transposition to go down. I'm going to make my sidechain play every quarter note and then just automate it off. Device on, and then I'm just gonna play the sidechain every time I actually have something to cut out. That will allow me to double up my kick drums whenever I want. I want some stereo on this sub too. Lock me up, officer. I'm about to make an illegal maneuver out here. But this right here? No, I want this to go like... Yo, you feel that? If I take this frequency shift at the very beginning and I automate it to go closer to the center, it should pitch the bubbles down. That's cool. Good variation there. You know, I muted this little blip noise earlier just because it was annoying me while I was working on my bass design, and it's been muted this whole time. I forgot to unmute it. I don't know how necessary it is. There's enough little high blippy noises anyways. If it was playing on a different beat, it might be more interesting. Yeah, that pretty much solves the issue right there. And you know, now that I think about it, since we're so well into our drop now, we know what our main bass sound is going to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to render this out on its own and then resample it during the build-up. I'm going to click the record button on this new audio channel I made. And exterior in, I'm going to set this to resampling. So it's about to resample whatever I play. So now when I click record, There we go. So I'm going to resample this in the build-up. I want to add some kind of percussion loop or something. Like make a loop myself out of what's here. Maybe a triangle, I don't know. I just want something to come in for the second half of the beginning of the drop here. Okay, I don't know, maybe this? What is this? No, absolutely not. Although we could just pitch it up. But now it's starting to become a melodic element, and I could work with that for sure. Sometimes an accident happens, but it's a happy little accident, and you get something fun like this. There you go, I can even make a little ARP with it. Let me go find that Reese, actually. That would work perfectly here. Where was that? Let me warp this and we'll bend it in. Wait, you know what I forgot about and I specifically said I didn't want to forget about? It was these. My uplifters. What am I doing? I'm a little over my 4-hour target today, but it's not like I wasn't going to keep working on the song anyways. I just wanted to record 4 hours for the video. I think that about does it. My drums, my basses, my intro loop, which carries on into the drop for some reason, and the melodics, which arguably has some non-melodic elements as well. I'm going to listen to all the channels separately, see if I still like them, and make sure there's no elements that aren't that haven't been basically mixed out of existence because I forgot they were there and I overshadowed them with other elements. Cool, now let's hear it all together one last time before I close this project for today and come back to it tomorrow. Dude, that's so clean. This is solid. This is really, 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 really good. I just want to one more time remind myself what the demo track sounded like. This is what, who's this again? Track Train. Filthy and Lucrative. They wanted me to make this. Okay, guys, maybe next time, huh? Maybe next time I'll make something like that. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed. If you did, maybe I'll do this again. But, hey, good to have you here. Leave a comment, leave a like, whatever. You know the drill. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.